How's it going, everybody? This is Beat the Bush. Today I'm going to review this Comfy Temp sleep mask, what I think is the best budget sleep mask you can get for under $20. Before I begin, I want to thank Comfy Temp for sending me this sleep mask. I am not obligated to say anything good or bad. So let's go back and unbox this thing and show you what's included. They have a nice image on the box. I pre-opened this, it was in a bag. Eye mask itself, a USB cord, and some 3M earplugs. Note that they're pretty high density. After I squeeze it, it takes quite a while for them to expand back to normal. Here is the instruction sheet. High means red, medium power is green, and low is blue. Here's the front. I only use it for one day and I already snagged it a little bit here and here. This little nub is magnetic and you just attach that and it powers a heating element. Looking at the inside, it does relieve the pressure off of your eyelids and also your eyelashes is not going to hit this thing. But I do think that if you have really long eyelashes, it might still touch. If you compare this to the Mzu, you'll notice that in the middle here, there's no foam at all. In the Mzu, it's kind of like two big circles, whereas this one, it's like one big oval shape around all your eyes. I do appreciate that this still works very well, even though it's not the exact same design. They just went and designed their own shape. When I went to use this, I noticed there's almost no light leakage. If I can show it to you, like that. See? No light leakage. Haha. It is held together by this Velcro material. You can adjust the sizing of it. You can sleep on your back. And this material is not all that hard and it's going to get in the way and make you uncomfortable. It might happen that your strap is adjusted so that this little metal bracket is right in the center of your back of your head. And if you rest on this, you might just feel it. For a side sleeper, you'll notice that the thickness of this Mzu material, it's close to about ½ an inch or so. But then on the Comfy Temp, it's closer to about ¼ inch. This will make it a bit better for side sleepers. However, there is this little nub here that could get in the way on one side. If you sleep on a soft pillow, it can kind of conform to this and you won't feel it too much. If you guys are concerned about this little nub, they do offer a version without this heating element and it's a little bit cheaper. I have a power bank over here. If I push the first thing, it's red. This is at its highest setting. It's consuming 4.16 watts. I expected it to be more like 5 watts, so it's a little bit under. Let's go the middle. 2.8 watts. And then the lowest setting is 1.7 watts. So this gives you an idea of how much heat is going into your eyeballs. One slight nitpick concern I have is that if you have this on and then you remove this connector, it stays on. That means the output of this thing is still live. Although at 5 volts, it likely won't even shock you if you kind of touch it right, but maybe if you lick it, it might give you a little tingle. You have the Mzu, which is 1.55 ounce. The Comfy Temp is 1.50 ounce, just a little bit marginally lighter. But this is the one with the heating element. So if you have to carry the cable with you too, it's another 0.7 ounces. So this makes it heavier than the Mzu one. I've collected quite a few sleep masks and I'm gonna rate this Comfy Temp one against all the other ones that I've tried before. This particular one is the Mzu. It's very, very popular on Amazon. If you search for sleep mask, it's one of the first ones that would pop up in your search results. This is a copycat of the Mzu. So generally, I don't like this very much, although it is cheaper than the Mzu. These two I do not recommend at all because it does not relieve the eye pressure. All of these sit right on top of your eyes. This is free. This is $10, so even if it's $10, I wouldn't recommend buying these. These are actually within the same price range, $10 to $20 or so. I prefer the Mzu one over this knockoff, and actually I think the Comfy Temp one edges over the Mzu, even though it's strange that this Comfy Temp one, when you search on the Amazon search results, it's nowhere to be found. I personally think this is a very good eye mask. These are the Manta Sleep. This one goes for like $35, $40. This is more like $80. So these are very extreme premium ones. Do you actually get more for what you pay for? Well, I wouldn't say it's twice as good. It's probably like 10, 20% better. This one in particular has a bigger eye cup so that if you have really long eyelashes, you might go for something like this. They are also adjustable, so then you're paying a little bit more for this adjustability. The design is also a little bit more fancy. Now, when I talk about these eye masks, a lot has to do with the shape of your face. How long your eyelashes are, how high a nose you have, and where are your ears located relative to your eyes. For this particular eye mask, the center of the strap comes off the corner of your eye. And because the height of my ear is at the eye level almost exactly, in order to make this comfortable, the band has to go over my ears. So if you have really high ears, the band is just gonna go over your ears. If you have really low ears, the band might just go right over your ears. This is something to consider if you want this particular one, or you prefer to have some other eye mask that has adjustable head strap and you can position it up or down as you please. Now I got to try the heated feature on this thing for a full 15 minutes, and I noticed that on the highest setting, it's like way too hot. It's nice that if you turn it on and it becomes hot right away, but after about 5 minutes, I had to turn it down to medium. And then after another 3 minutes, I had to turn it down to low. It kind of feels like a warm towel, and then you kind of put it over your eyes, kind of like when you go to a spa and then they're kind of like trying to relax you. It's quite relaxing, but I argue against a need to do this every day. It's kind of nice once in a while. You're like, ooh, wow, you know, it's nice and warm on my face. A long time ago when I had like a sty or something, right? There's like a pimple on your eyelid and you need some kind of heat to put on there to like get rid of it. This will do. But for a situation like that, you might not want to buy a product just to do that, right? You can just use like a warm towel and just use it for a couple of days. They designed this very well, at least for my particular nose. It might not work for everybody, but for my Asian nose that I think it's probably like medium height or so, when I put this thing on, it's complete blackout. I don't see any light come in at all because of the strap here. There's some thickness. It's good for back sleeper. I personally am a side sleeper. So the side of this sleep mask being relatively thin, it actually works well for me. I hope all these considerations help you guys out on picking an eye mask without buying a whole bunch of them, trying it out, not working well for you, and then you have to return them. This particular one I do recommend over the Emzu one now. And if you get the non-heated version, it's actually cheaper than the Emzu one. Check out my referral link to Amazon on these particular products down in the video description below. It actually won't make the product more expensive for you, but it will help out this channel. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.